I wish I could be mysterious, but I talk too much and I'm nosy.
Ne-Yo is one of those people that you look at and you can tell he's in a polycule.
I need 30 cc's of ketamine right now.
As a woman of God, I can't participate in that kind of conversation.
This is not the Random People in Queens show. This is the Mary J. Blige show. I actually wanted to hear you sing it.
Bon Iver did the artist's way.
No, he just has curly hair. He's not gay.
You know, I was putting something lesbian down and you picked it up.
Literally, there are many such cases. I don't even know what you're referring to.
Don't piss me off.
What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know.
In what way? In what way?
Cut to me lost in the rain in Hempstead, New York. And I look up to see Hunter filming me bust down, broken, no umbrella.
You were in a bad place.
I was in a bad place. I was in a Hunter Yvonne Harris place. I understood.
What is that supposed to mean?
Because when you have
I was
an
there
attitude,
on time and I was there and I knew where to go. And it was so fun. Okay, sorry. To be clear, I sound like this because of allergies and also because in the rain, I trekked to Elwood. Was that what it's called? Elwood?
I couldn't.
Somewhere deep in Queens because I had to see Mary J. Blige live.
Yeah.
And we were offered tickets and seats in a box and we went and my life has changed. I'm a different woman than I was before.
I mean, we really went through it to get to it. I'll tell you that.
Yes.
Like went through everything.
Yes.
Me on FaceTime with security trying to find my way through this.
Basically, you got dropped off far from where you're supposed to get dropped off. And I knew when I got there, I was like, she's going to get lost.
Mm-hmm.
I should tell her how to get here. But I was like, no, she's grown. Let her make her own mistakes. No,
Look at me. Am I grown?
And wow, when I say MJB, the MVP,
say it.
Like, okay, this is what happened. First, Mario and Ne-Yo opened. Ne-Yo changed hats 3 times.
But naturally, though.
As he should. Ne-Yo, which not, I guess I kind of underestimate. Wow, he really has like a lot of like hit songs. Miss Independent, Closer.
Mm-hmm.
He really held it down for me in 8th grade.
And a writer on the track, too. But I will say Ne-Yo is one of those people that you look at and you can tell he's in a polycule. You know what I mean? It's like you could smell it in the air.
How dare you say that about your LGBTQIA+ brother?
I don't claim that. Not call me in June. We'll see that.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
He's not even like he's just a hoe. He's just selfish. Like he's just come on.
Oh,
but good for those girls.
You better look in the mirror.
Like I said, don't piss me off. I'm just coming out of my Hunter attitude era. I understood. I was walking through that rain, understanding all of like Hunter's woes, like how it feels to have tight shoulders.
You were like, "Oh, my shoulders are tight." I'm like, "That's how tight my shoulders are. That's how my body is all the time. How tight my shoulders are all the time."
Yeah.
Well, okay. Favorite moments of us seeing Mary J. Blige. First of all, her coming up on like the far stage, like the ancillary stage, and then getting in what can be described as like
a tiara?
Like kind of like a tiara to go to like the main stage. The main stage being 2 hands manicured down, of course,
obviously,
holding a crown. And I said, absolutely, you should.
Hunter saw my eye kind of twitch, and Hunter was like, "God forbid a bitch be ghetto." Okay, she said, "Peyton, don't you don't you dare," because I was fixing my mouth to say something disrespectful.
No, listen, and I will stand by it, Mary J. Blige, and I say it with love. That she's from the hood.
She is a
and
hood
I
bitch.
love it about her. I love it about
real
her.
Hood bitch.
She really is. At one point in the show, I swear to God, she was flat on her. I think she was singing No More Drama. She was flat on her back. And I mean, not flat on her back, like just arms outstretched. Like she said, who cares?
No, she was laid out.
She was laid out, singing. But what actually did piss me off,
oh yeah, no,
was when she was singing, what was it? Was it All Night Long? No, it was Not Gonna Cry.
When she passed off the mic?
When she was... she had her hand on her hip. The microphone was out in her hand. She said, I was like, wait, no, this is not the Random People in Queens show. This is the Mary J. Blige show. I actually wanted to hear you sing it.
But she did do that for almost every song.
Well, no, that's not true. For all of her big songs,
she was passing that mic around.
She did it. Yeah, she did it a lot. But then there was like one girl. Oh, I'm Going Down. That was the one where she like had really just like gave it to like a random like white girl in the audience. I was like,
oh, that, and had her backup vocalist basically sing the rest of the song.
Yeah. But I love some Mary J. Blige.
You know, my favorite part, my highlight reel of the Mary J. Blige concert Boot cam.
Oh, boot cam.
Let's talk about boot cam. Yeah.
Oh, I posted on my Instagram story. So okay. So before the show even started, there was like a thing that was like if you're wearing your boots, tag the boot cam.
And the bitches were wearing their boots. Let me tell you
boots,
that.
Boots the house
Python,
down. It was
red, leather, fur, so much fur.
A lot of them were above the knee. I was like, if one thing about Mary, she's gonna wear a boot, and it's gonna be. And she was wearing these like Grinch boots that night.
Big green bright fur. One thing about Mary, she's not gonna be walking in those boots. I know her feet were hurting.
I love the way she's like that's her like main move.
The marking choreo was.
Here you go, dance background.
Sorry. Oh God.
Mary, she's beyond it. She transcends dance. It's like it's physical
it's
artistry.
Movement.
It's movement. She's like Tish movement class. Yeah.
Alvin Ailey, if you will.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Mary J. Blige, famous graduate.
But I'm sorry, her layout on the ground singing.
But do you remember after she was laid out in a way that kind of was like something looks like it hurts, and then
because she got
cut.
Touched. She was on her she was like getting low to the ground. I was like, dang, Mary.
But it cut out for a second, and the DJ started playing again after she was laid out like that, and then it took a little too long, and then we went back to her. So all is well.
Yeah, a rare mid-concert break. Like not even like a dance. Like there were dance breaks, but there was like they fully had who was the DJ? I can't remember his name.
Funk Flex.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Yeah, sorry.
If you only knew how much cold medicine I'm on right now. Yeah, the rare like mid-concert break that like he comes back on and then she comes back on. And I was like, all right, Mary.
And that's why we love her.
Yes. Oh, I love her so much. But she redeemed herself in your eyes.
Yeah, here's the thing about Mary J. Blige. A queen, mother, to many, to me, to us. Mm-hmm. Oh, she is nasty. She is one of the nastiest celebrities.
I hope someday someone says that about me. Queen, mother to many,
and
nasty.
I will right now on this podcast. Yeah, mother, but nasty. Yeah. It reminds me. I have to tell this story, not the one of my experience where she was kind of just absolutely diabolical in the rain on set. Maybe it's the weather that does that to her. Uh-huh. But you know that interview where Pink is talking about meeting Mary J. Blige, knocks on her trailer. And she's like, hey, Mary, like, I would love if maybe we could do it. Mary, no, immediately. No, but thank you. Get out. And Pink was like, and that's her right. And period. And like, that's actually exactly how that interaction needed to go. Pink trying to position you for a duet. Mary said, don't do that.
I don't see a problem with it. Wow. Well, listen. Talking about going through it. You know what I was thinking? What did Dr. Robby do after his pitch shift? You know he listened to some Mary J. Blige in the car home. No, you know he did because he really went through it. No more drama. This week we are talking about the the final hour of our shift at the Pittsburgh hospital, the Pitt, i.e. the Pitt finale. And excuse me for advocating for a man, but we'll be talking about Bon Iver, Justin Vernon, new album, and that he's hot now.
Yeah, we'll be doing that with our chest, don't you worry. And we are joined by Sydnee Washington and Marie Faustin to discuss one of our favorite topics, mess.
Mess. So let me say this.
Are
you looking for a home for your worst opinion?
Are you a hater first, but a lover of pop culture second? Consider this a glorified group chat, but we're not calling you out. No. We're calling you in. It's a safe space.
To talk shit.
But, of course, from Wondery, I'm Peyton Dix.
And I'm Hunter Harris.
And this is Let Me Say This.
Let me say this.
Let me say this.
Let me say this.
Let me say this. Let me say this.
It's time you lock in, okay? We have been for weeks. Every Thursday, in fact. We're in the trenches. With who? Our people at the Pit. Spoiler alert ahead. Go forward maybe like 15 minutes because we will be talking about the finale and we will be spoiling everything. So there you go. Go forward. Whoo! What a shift. 15 hours later, huh?
Oh my gosh. My knees are buckling under the weight of the stress of this one shift.
The stress that you're holding from watching the Pit.
Yes. Yeah. No, listen, I need 30 cc's of ketamine right now. I need whatever else they do on that show.
You and Dr. Langdon too, but more on that in a minute. Oof. Which, speaking of, okay, so quick little summary of what went down in the finale and like where we are now at the Pit.
Yeah.
Hour 15, 9 p.m. Dr. Langdon, who was asked to leave because of some drug abuse situations, comes back.
Allegedly.
Thank you for that, actually.
Yeah, allegedly. We don't know. There were drugs in his locker, but we don't know how they got there or why.
I think we can round up, but he comes back in the nick of time to help out during a mass shooting. And then him and Dr. Robby end up having a little bit of a showdown.
Yeah.
He's like, you're doing drugs. He's like, well, you're crying, bitch.
That was so crazy because Dr. Robby had a breakdown after he couldn't save his like light-skinned, almost stepson's girlfriend. And let me tell you, Dr. Robby having a
White wife?
No, not white wife.
White ex-wife?
Wife. No, they were never married. They were just dating. But that boy looked mixed.
Yeah.
But anyway, Dr. Robby did have like a breakdown because it has been a very stressful day for my man.
Yeah.
It
God
was the
forbid.
anniversary of his like mentor's death or whatever. He'd been through more than Mary J. Blige in her divorce. And yet, nevertheless, he persisted.
Yeah. Thank God.
What else happened? Santos, Dr. Santos, who had a nasty attitude.
The whole time.
The whole shift. The whole shift. And it was her first
Ugh.
shift, too. I'm like, girl, how do you start off on a bad foot like that at a new job on day one?
No, she got on my last nerve.
But, I mean, complicated character. What do we love? Strong female characters.
Do we? I don't know. Lately, they've been really letting me down.
No,
but
she really did try my patience.
The lesbians love her, though, for some reason. But we'll circle back to that.
Yeah.
Speaking of lesbians, Dr. Ellis.
Oh, she was a black doctor?
Yes.
Oh my God, she was so hot.
The
She was
like
amazing.
kind of chapsticky stud. Oh my word.
What is chapsticky?
It's like you're not like femme, you're not like mask, you're like a little bit in between, like a soft
We should
mask.
all be chapsticky, I think.
You're in a ballet flat. Shut the fuck up. What you gotta know about a chapstick, lesbian?
I don't want. Okay, sorry. I saw Jeff Bezos today and he looked like a chapped lip. Okay.
That was such a reach. Anyway, we're introduced to Dr. Ellis. She takes over. She's night shift. So hoping that season 2 gives us a little bit more of her.
Night Shift sounds like a Phoebe Bridgers song.
It is.
Is
It's a Lucy Dacus song. Wow, maybe you are chapstick.
I redeemed myself. You saw it live here. Who else? Oh, I have to say Javadi, the young kind of prodigy doctor whose mom is a surgeon upstairs. I love the upstairs downstairs of the pit, like the kind of like
Class war.
Yeah. Javadi kind of checks her mom that one episode because of Dr. McKay, Dr. Bangs, checking her earlier, each one teach one. And she tries to, kind of hit on Mateo, the hot nurse with the curls.
Who's gay.
He's gay.
To me.
No, he just has curly hair. He's not gay.
He's just biracial.
Yeah. And then Mateo is like, do you want to get a drink after? Not like a drink, like solo, it's a group thing, which he's quick to clarify. And then charge nurse Dana, who got punched in the face during her shift by, we don't know that he's MAGA, but he seems MAGA.
He's MAGA. What'd you say? MAGA teeth. He had MAGA teeth, MAGA forehead.
Yes, MAGA teeth, MAGA forehead. MAGA facial hair.
But speaking
too.
about being through more than Mary J. Blige, Dana, my girl is tired.
She held it down. That clip in her hair.
Tight.
Oh my gosh.
I'm honoring her right now.
You really are.
I'm wearing a clip in my hair to
You
honor
really
Dana.
are. And she was like, I think this is my last day because I can't do this shit anymore. And does she say goodbye? We don't know.
Yeah. And then we have a little moment of my man and your man. Our man, Dr. Robby, Dr.
I love
Abbot.
the way that we link and build.
Mhm.
Yes.
I said, I got this one. You got this one. I'll tag you.
Yes. Dr. Abbot clipping off his little leg like he's a Viva Drescher in Real Houses of New York. You don't even know what I'm talking about.
I know. I know it
when
because
she threw
I'm
her
forced
leg
to.
at Le Cirque.
I've been
She said
forced
the only
to
thing
as my
great about
will.
me is this leg. It's like
kind of Dr. Abbott tease.
No, Dr. Abbott would say that, except she was like clearly cravenly self-producing to get another season because she knew that she was boring and he was holding it down.
He was trying not to jump.
Yeah.
Well.
Okay. I want to say something here today.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Adam Scott.
Oh.
The Emmy is Noah Wiley's.
And the Emmy goes to Dr. Robby.
Dr. Rabinovich.
Rabinovich. Oh my God, the honor of my life, by the way, I think the highest form of flattery
Yeah.
is when you make a TikTok and someone turns it into a fan cam. Oh, serotonin straight to my veins. Ketamine straight to my veins. But
Just what the doctor ordered.
Literally, I did like I'm sick. I am sick, Dr. Robby. Come fix me. Anyway, that changed my life. Had nothing to do with the show, but has everything to do with my ego.
Yes. Okay. Well, I have to say I love Dr. Abbot. That's my man.
Over
a little
Robby?
bit. Maybe. It's kind of, you know what? When I was a child, I had the foresight to choose McSteamy over McDreamy.
Mm,
And I feel like that's the same dynamic right now.
okay.
Like I have to go with my man. I have to go with Dr. Abbott. Like the intensity, the ferocity, I love it. The way that he's talking to Dr. Robby, like, we can't save everyone. You got to move along. Like, sorry, I love a decisive man.
Hunter,
What?
they're kind of us coded.
No, they really are us
Because I'm having a
coded.
mental breakdown every second. Like that's
And I'm the one that comes in very direct. That's not gonna happen. It's not gonna. We can't make it work. So we need to move along.
me going through my breakup, Hunter patting me on the back, being like, "Let's go walk with me. We come on. We gotta get our steps in. We gotta go, girl." Like, wow, that's
no,
really
that kind
us.
of really is
Fuck.
us. No, I love it. I love it. Now here's what I need to know.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of people were like wanting more from the finale, but I kind of like that it's like just a regular night, you know?
Yeah.
Like after everything that we've been through, do you remember the girl who tried to have an abortion, whose aunt brought her to have an abortion?
I forgot about
all
her.
the way back in hour 1 of the shift,
Yeah.
hour 2 of the shift. Like we've been through so much. Let's just end the shift on like a nice note. Like why can't we just like
Let's just have a beer in the park for
like
fuck's sake.
let's just
Yeah.
like kind of like be calm, be
Yeah.
quiet, Tiffany. I appreciated that about the finale.
Yeah, I mean, I thought every episode was interesting. Like
Yeah.
every episode had even if it was a smaller storyline, like something that really captivated me. Like I totally forgot about that.
Yeah,
Did she
yeah.
end up
Do you
having an
remember the two the adult children of that dad when they like Dr. Robby was like, please don't make me intubate this elderly man. Please
Yeah.
let him like die in peace. Like there's just been so much happening. I was kind of happy that like there's not one more like, you know, last minute cliffhanger, whatever,
Yeah.
that we're left on. Other than like Dana.
It is really crazy that I do be watching the show thinking that I'm live at the pit. Like I'm on the clock. I'm working. I'm stressed. Like my shoulders are up here watching the show.
Yeah.
Feels good.
Okay, I want to hear from you.
Yeah.
Who were your favorites this season? I want you to rank the staff for me.
Okay, say less. Number one.
From best to worst.
Best Worst, of course. Number one. Dana.
Of
Love
course.
it. I love a woman in charge.
That's why you love me.
You know, I was putting something lesbian down and you picked it up. And I said, put that back, Hunter. Get your hands off that. Dr. Robby, Dr. Ellis, a little higher maybe than it should be, but I'm, again, putting something lesbian down. Those Gossip Girl nurses. The two that became us again.
Yes.
And then Dr. Abbott. Myrna. Where's my sister go? No, she came back at the end.
Myrna.
Messy Myrna.
I love a bitch who goes missing. It's like, I wish I could be mysterious, but I talk too much and I'm nosy. So I love a woman who just simply goes missing.
You see yourself in Myrna?
No, I want to see myself in Myrna. I wish I was
Aspiring
more
Myrna.
like Myrna. Yes,
That's
yes.
a crazy thing to say live on a podcast. But and then everyone else, it's like kind of an L for me. The guy that gets pissed on, who doesn't have a home. Javardi's hot mom before Javardi, honestly. And then Santos dead last. Dr. Santos gets on my last nerve. I hate a curmudgeon-y bitch for no reason. Look around. Everyone's going through everything. You're not special. I'm like, keep it. I don't like her.
I know, but I think she was kind of like she came around in the
Even
end. They
with the
kind of
redemption
redeemed her
arc.
in the end. Okay.
I didn't need it. What
Okay.
about you?
Okay, number one, obviously Dana.
Yeah.
She kept that hospital going with gum and a bobby pin
And a cigarette.
and a cigarette. She kept it moving. Second, Dr. Robby, of course. I just love the way Dr. Robby, those glasses too.
Mhm.
Oh my
The
gosh.
bridge of that nose.
Ooh.
The bridge of that nose.
Yes. Dr. King,
Who's that?
the white girl, Bryan Cranston's daughter, whose sister's on the spectrum
Oh, wait. Oh my
with
God,
the blonde.
Mel.
Yes.
I can't believe I forgot Mel in my ranking.
yes. No.
Put her up.
Yes, I thought that she was so wonderful, and it's like I could never be that patient.
Yeah.
And so when I see someone patient, I think it won't be me, but maybe one day in a fantasy, I can aspire.
I'm imagining someone asking you to watch Elf with them and just seeing what your reaction would be.
No, I'm not gonna watch Elf. I'm grown. No, I love Elf, but not. I have to watch it on the holidays. Okay, then Dr. Abbott, because I'll see him after the shift. And then Dr. McKay, Dr. Bangs.
Talk to me.
She really
Yeah.
she really went through it with the ankle monitor,
Yeah.
with her her hot ass ex-husband, first of all, and then his younger girlfriend who wore like the bonus mom shirt. I was like, girl, you are going through it here and at home. Oh my goodness. You never get any reprieve.
Yeah.
And then
everything.
And then after that, I think it was Dr. Garcia, that one doctor. She's only in it for a couple of scenes, but she's always like very like, she was when I talked to Santos and was like, I don't want to hear this. If you're talking to me about Dr. Langdon, I don't want to hear it.
Oh yeah.
It's your first day.
She was one that Santos dropped the knife in her foot and they had a little like sexual maybe tension, or they just her and Dr. Santos, right?
Yeah. Well, the one who's at the bottom of my list, Dr. Whitaker.
I don't know these people's names.
Oh, interesting.
Oh. Again, I told you I don't stand on business. Shut the fuck. So yeah.
They kind of like he's always
just keeps moving her eyes around in different ways.
But he's got the big forehead and always looks surprised. He always looks surprised. He looks like the private school version of who's that man with the eyebrows who's on the Bear?
What?
I don't know. Well, he's the one that got pissed on.
Oh,
yeah, him.
Oh,
I think he's at the bottom of my list only because at the end of the day, it's like you didn't really do a lot. Like I feel bad for him because someone died on his watch on his shift, and he like really couldn't have helped it. Although, I guess we don't know. But I just kind of felt like he's like not essential to the plot.
Yeah, I found myself wanting to fast forward through his scenes.
Yeah, and also, I didn't realize that Santos is British. And so is Whitaker.
In real life?
Yeah. And Santos' accent on lock the entire episode. He sounded like Idris Elba when he was in Molly's Game. I was like, girl. She sounded like Idris Elba in The Wire. He sounded like Idris Elba in Molly's Game. Accent dropping.
You're so annoying.
Why am I annoying?
Why Idris Elba in all of it?
Okay, God forbid I say he sounded like Emma Watson in Little Women. Ugh, I don't want to drag my... He's still a medical professional. I don't want to be so mean.
Wow, I didn't know she was British. She was on that Star Trek show that I did watch. I hated her in that too. Sorry.
Oh, wow.
Maybe I'm just a hater of that actress. Sorry.
Okay, well, next season.
Yeah.
It's going to be the 4th of July. That's what I read.
God.
That's going to be crazy. Because
that's going to be crazy.
People who celebrate the 4th of July, oh, God, the most annoying people on earth.
Did you do that? No, you wouldn't get near an illegal firecracker.
No, I grew up in Oklahoma.
Oh. You were on the streets?
Yeah, when I was like younger, we would do fireworks and stuff. And then I grew up and, open a book. I said, nothing to celebrate here.
Where would you want to see them in a future season?
What do you mean? Where would I want to see them?
Oh, like what instance? Like 4th of July or like Christmas?
Like a Thanksgiving. I think like a Thanksgiving thing would be fun. Yeah. I love Thanksgiving. What can I say?
I'm just imagining the Pitt responding to like that Bear episode. Oh, Hunter hated that episode.
Yeah, they don't. It doesn't need to be the Pitt. It needs to be like NCIS, like a cop
SVU.
drama. Yes, taking Jamie Lee Curtis right to jail.
I want to see them at Emerson College Little Building during orientation.
Imagine them responding to like a dorm issue. That would be so embarrassing.
Wait, were you an RA at Little Building ever, or just Piano Row?
No, because I loved myself.
Oh,
I was only in Piano Row. We can't talk about this too much. I don't want to endorse Emerson College. God forbid. Okay, last question. What should Dr. Robby do on his day off? This was a question I posed to the newsletter.
Oh, I'm so curious what the answers were.
Everyone, girl, people who ring hung up. Everyone said, me. Chorus of me.
There's a house of horrors over there in that hung up chat. Let me log in fact. Yeah, let me okay, what did you say? Did you respond to it or you just
I said Hunter Von Harris.
Oh my God. As a woman of God, I can't participate in that kind of conversation.
I already said, what he's gonna do. Listen to some Mary J. Blige.
Yeah.
Smoke a cigarette.
And that's what he needs. Yeah. Oh my Lord. Well, actually, quick question for you. Do you think Dana's done?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Because I also think, low-key, she should have an Emmy too.
And I would love to see it.
Yeah. Nothing is crazier though than the reveal that Dr. Robby's ex-girlfriend was white.
No.
That was crazy.
No.
That was crazy.
That was nasty, actually.
It was
personal. We're right here.
That like shocked everyone. Everyone said, oh, what?
Even white people. They were like, no.
It was like the Elvis clip. He's white. He's white. He's white.
Okay, but next season, he needs a black queen. Okay, he needs us, if you will. HBO Max.
Imagine us being on the Pit. We're sitting there just like, oh, somebody needs help over there.
No, I'm live on Instagram.
It's not me though.
Yeah. And I would like to see it. Actually.
You know, it's hard being two best friends who
In
host
the
a
trenches.
podcast. Oh, who host a podcast.
Oh.
So we invited two other best friends who host a podcast to talk to us about it. Today we are joined by Sydnee Washington and Marie Faustin. They are comedians, actresses, and podcasters. Sydnee has appeared on Abbot Elementary and Comedy Central's Up Next Showcase. Marie has appeared on Broad City, Comedy Central, and the BET Awards. And together, they host the podcast
Mess. And God, we love mess.
We love it. Hello.
Everybody
Hello,
loves
ladies.
mess. Even if you don't love
Mess.
our mess, you love somebody else's mess.
Somebody's mess out there. We'll do it for you. You'll get your fix.
But I'm going to tell you one thing. We're certified in bringing our own mess for sure. For sure.
Your own mess first before other people's mess?
I mean, we like to talk about our personal mess up top, just to, make the room comfortable.
Yeah.
So that they
Yes,
can
yes. So
share
to
their
break the
mess.
ice,
Sweet.
if you will.
That's sweet of you. We have a
Mhm.
question for you. Oh, yes, everyone. Are you a lover or a hater?
I think I contain multitude.
Heard.
I think initially I'm a lover, but there's some hate in my heart. I'm not going to lie.
It's a safe space for hate. Don't
Yeah,
worry,
yeah.
don't
I think
worry.
I start off with hate, but like in deep, it's love.
You're working toward love.
It's all love. Yeah.
I like that about
Everything
you.
is peaceful love.
I identify with Hunter. I start with hate, and then underneath is some love. And I guess it needs opposite. That's why we mesh.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're going to get therapy for both of you, and then we will find our way.
Here we go. Big artist way over here. Okay.
We have an important follow-up question, which is, are you a lover or hater of messy people?
I love them.
Yeah, I think ultimately I love messy people because I don't know. There's something like very free and beautiful about mess. You know?
Liberating.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I see people who have it all together, right? And it's inspiring, right? But then when you talk to them, you're like, okay, what else? What else? You did that. And everything that you wrote down, you did. Nothing went wrong. You got there on time. You got the job. You got no, I need something in between. Something to shake it up, shake the table, shake the room, something.
A good storyline.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
People who are messy are boring. That's what they don't talk about. They have nothing going on.
Yeah, that's what I've always said.
So when we were on your show, we talked about how the four of us are kind of parallels. Friends who've been close for a long time now have a podcast. I want to know how you guys navigate that. Do you have conversations that you're we need to say this for the pod? Because that's how we are sometimes.
Oh, we do things where we'll have a conversation and Sydney be like, this is so good. I wish we were recording right now. Or I'll say something and she'd be like, write that down for the pod. I'm not writing anything down.
No,
I'm not writing
no
anything
pens in
down.
sight. No pens in sight.
And even if I did write something down, I don't remember where I wrote it.
Oh, that part. I don't know which notes app it's in.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
to scribble things on the back of envelopes and then lose the envelopes.
Well, that's kind of beautiful and freeing, actually. You're a liberated woman. You're if it's meant to be, it'll be. It's just flowing out of me. And that's the artist's way. Think about that.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we don't want to make anything or feel like something is forced. So if it happens, it happens. We're very in the moment people. So
Yeah.
we don't like to plan. It's just gonna happen for sure.
And do remind me what sign you both are. Is there a Libra in the mix on one of you? Is
I'm
that
a
right?
Libra.
Right. Heard. Respect your people.
Mhm.
Sydney?
Everybody.
Right. Yeah. Libras, Aquarius. Nobody's taking notes, by the way. Nobody. That's exactly what that means, but love. I actually have a question for both of you to answer, which is, what would you say the messiest thing is about each other?
Oh, like our own mess or Sydney's mess from my mouth and my mess from her mouth?
The second.
Yeah.
Yes.
Her mess from your mouth.
Yeah, I want to hear this, Marie. Come on, give it to me, girl.
So say it with your
Okay, I'll give
chest.
you
Yeah.
Sydney's mess. Ready? Sydney is everybody's friend. Everybody is friends with Sydney. Sydney knows everybody's business. Sydney cares. She remembers stuff that people told her in 2010. It's crazy. I don't think anybody has more friends in the world than Sydney. And for me, I think it's messy because it's like, how do you keep up with all these people's lives? How do you keep up with all these people's information? But also, I think Sydney has a lot of people that she can kind of share her stuff with. So I don't get all of the Sydney that y'all think that I get. Sydney has a lot of different friend groups that they get like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And then I get I get work, funny, messy, mean Sydnee.
Oh.
Marie don't even know me, y'all. She don't even know me.
I barely know you for real, friend.
That's great, Marie. If anything, I'm my most me with you.
Yeah.
But I also am like, I have all these other people so that I'm not putting all my shit on you. I'm actually doing you a favor, friend.
Wow.
Oh, no. And I'm not mad at that. I appreciate you having other people that you can like dump on. And then I get, this. But I just, for me, it's messy because I can't care about that many people. I can't remember them. You know what I mean? Like, Sydnee's the type of person you tell her something and she'll remember you. She'll be like, so how is your mom doing after the injury? And I'm like, how do you know anything about her mom?
Wait, you're kind of this people's princess.
No,
oh my
I
God.
love that. I love that you can keep multiple storylines in your head because that's
Sydnee's like, yeah, was the cyst cancerous? I'm like,
No.
what? How do you know?
Ooh, girl, I'm crying over here. Crying.
But did I lie?
Lashes falling off. Yes, you did.
How?
Okay. No rebuttal. I'm just gonna take it. Marie, I guess the messiest thing, but it could be it seems as a mess, but not, I don't even think it is. Marie is in Marie's world constantly. It's like she's not thinking about the peripheral or anything. It's like whatever is happening from that's the moment. And that's the thing that matters the most. And it's great because she's not getting caught up in the stuff that gives people anxiety, which is, did I say something wrong? Did this happen? Did I bump into that person? Did I piss somebody? Marie is like, hey, it's done. If they got something to say, they'll say it to me. And I don't even care if they did say it. So it don't even matter. Marie's forgetful and she's late. But she's great. So when she's late, we're not really that mad. But then people be texting me like, where is Marie? I said, do you think I know? I don't know. I am just a bestie here to finish it off. That's it. I'm not her assistant. I have no idea.
You said, am I my sister's keeper?
You said I'm not my sister's keeper.
So I do know where she is, but I never use it. I don't use it. I only use it for good. Only for good.
Wow.
If she's missing, that's the only time I'm going to use it. But yeah, I would say that's Marie's mess. But is it even mess? It's just living.
I'll tell you what I think is messy about me.
Tell me.
I will say something to somebody that is kind of mean, but like honest in the moment, and then forget I said it. And then every time they see me, they remind me that I said this thing that hurt them, and I'd be like, I said that.
That couldn't have been me.
But then I hear it and I'm like, that does sound like something I would say.
Oh, we got to call you to the red table, my love. Yeah. We got to work some things out.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Wait, what about y'all?
Okay, no, that's a really good question because I'm trying to think. I'm like, who am I in this dynamic? Because I do.
Is that not obvious?
No, okay, tell me since it's obvious.
Oh my God, I'm so
Let me lean in.
We are set.
And you are so Marie. Are you kidding?
What?
I am so Sydnee in the way that I will. I mean, you are thoughtful, but I low-key kind of play in everyone's face. I'm like, hey, hi girl. Hey, what's up?
Okay,
baby?
no, that's true. That's
How
true.
are you?
Everyone is your friend,
Mhm.
and you're only few certain people's friends. But I remember everything about everyone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
I remember the girl
That's
who
true.
was late to Rachel's birthday brunch in 2014, 2 hours late, said, "Oh my God, you guys ordered without me." Yeah, I remember that.
I was looking for a photo of my brother, and Hunter found it within 10 seconds in her phone. A photo of my brother from 10 years ago that Hunter was like, oh, I have that. Here you go.
Which one was this?
Oh, that's Sydnee.
Of him
That's
coaching?
Sydnee for
Yeah,
sure.
so him coaching. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So there, okay, I see what you're doing. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
You're lost trying to get to Mary J. Blige. Someone is like, "Where's Peyton? Do you have her location?" I'm like, "Of course I do."
Yeah,
We're trying
and
to figure out
she's
where you are.
Not on her way, by the way. Yeah. Oh, this is a more
So
complex
maybe I'm
answer.
Peyton Moon, Hunter Rising. Maybe?
There we
Yes,
go.
yes.
There
I
we
think
go.
that's true.
Yeah.
I think that's true. Because you really
And I am a Libra moon, so I just really be in my own orbit sometimes. But
Speaking of orbit,
speaking of orbit,
Speaking
incredible
of-
transition.
oh, thank God. Speaking of orbit, something that we have to get your guys' point of view on is the all-female trip to space that happened earlier today. It was Lauren Sanchez, Gail King, Katy Perry, and some other women went to space for just about truly 4 minutes.
Mhm.
They spent 4 minutes in space
Yeah,
and then came right back down.
absolutely.
In the time I watched it this morning with my dog, and it was like I had ordered a smoothie and it still hadn't gotten there, and they had come and gone.
Oh.
They had come and returned.
We were like, oh, like what's happening right now that would be messy? This morning we wake up, we said, oh, we know what we're going to talk about.
Katy Perry sang in space, and I heard her through like the live feed on CBS singing, but I couldn't tell what she was singing. And she got back to us and said, "I sang What a Wonderful World."
Is she not even gonna sing her own hit?
Right.
No, they asked her to though. They're like, do you want to like, could you do Roar? And she goes, I don't want
First
to
of
make it
all,
about me.
she should not be singing Roar in space. She'd be singing E.T. in space. So that
E.T.,
they know that
That's
they know
what they
we're
asked
serious.
for, though.
So they know
asked
we're
for
serious.
Roar. That shows you the demographic of the people on the trip. Not even real Katy cats, okay? But did you guys specifically see the video of Gayle King just dragging her feet? She did not want to be there. She did not want to be there. She said, y'all throwing my black ass up in this. Oh,
Did
Lord.
they get paid to go to space?
I don't know if they got paid or if it was like a Spawn thing, because it was sponsored by Jeff Bezos's like
Oh, right.
Blue whatever. Like his like
Okay,
company
so
does it.
free Amazon for a year? Like, why would Gail go if she didn't want to go?
Free Wondery Plus. That's what she gets. You know?
My realest question is, why did Oprah let her? I'm sorry. If Marie was like, I'm going to space, I'm like, no, you're not. I'm coming with you. We're
And
going
let's talk
together.
about best friendship, because Oprah was there in Texas, like
Mhm.
where they blasted off from, technical term, wearing yellow. And when Oprah was like crying, it was so crazy.
Weeping.
And like imagine that waiting room of like Oprah, Gail's 2 kids, Jeff Bezos, just waiting for the 5 minutes.
Also Orlando Bloom.
Oh,
Oh,
period.
wow, I
And
forgot about
Katy
him.
Perry brought a daisy with her because her daughter's name is Daisy Bloom.
Oh, that's the
and
only nice
that's
thing she
giving
did.
allergy season. But
She put the daisy in the tin can that went to space.
yeah.
She's so
No.
annoying. Katy cats are down 1 billion. Oh my
Don't
God.
say that too much because they'll dox you.
Well,
Happened to some
Ooh.
of us on the show before. Me.
Period.
Okay, so is Katy Perry and Gayle King going to space mess or not?
I think their reaction when they landed is mess. They kissed the ground. They left the ground for literally 10 minutes in the night.
you said you just jumped some rope, came back down. Like, what the hell?
They are in their private jets for longer than they went to space.
Is going to space mess? Is space messy?
Is it
Sit
space
with
if
it.
you can still kind of see the earth like right below you? Like if I can look out the window and see land still, am I just like, I don't even know how high planes fly, but I feel like they were right above that.
Yeah, it does kind of feel like they were going to space as in like they were sitting in like a high chair. It's like your feet could touch the ground, but they didn't.
Just elevated?
Yeah, like that's what it was giving to me.
Oh my God.
All I gathered from it is like, y'all got too much money. Y'all got to get, you know what's better than space? Being poor. Why don't you work on that? If you really want to shake your life up, give up your money, give it to the, let me say this, mess. And then just be a pedestrian. Be the regular folk.
No, this is the kind of greed they talked about in the Bible. This is like
Mhm.
end times
Mhm.
greed for sure.
Oh, Sydnee.
I thought they were going to go to the moon. Like I thought, they're going
Yeah.
to space. They're going to go to the moon and like, I don't know, put another flag up, or maybe she could put her daisy down and then come back.
I don't know that I want Katy Perry to be like the representation of all of humanity.
No.
Like that's a little bit
I don't even want her to
crazy.
represent women. It's like, I don't even want that. We saw what she did when
I'm all
when
set.
she was offered the chance.
Oh god.
Women's world, if you will.
LOL.
And we're lucky to be living in it.
Are we? Are we? I don't know.
I think next time they send some women to space, all the women in the world should get to vote who goes. You know?
Mm.
So we do like a little poll, like an Instagram poll. Who you
Yeah,
want to see
Instagram
next
poll.
in space?
Yeah, every country sends their best.
Mhm.
Ooh, it's Hunger Gamesy.
No, they should send the worst. They just send the worst. That we like
Or
kinda
their
like
worst,
Exile
yeah.
Island.
That's why I didn't understand why Gail was going. I was like, Gail, how'd you get mixed up in this?
Yeah.
Nobody
Get
else
out
was
of here.
Candace Owens wasn't available.
Not even Omarosa.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Send Omarosa to space.
And you can see that on Gail's face. That she's like, there must have been somebody else. How the hell did I end up here?
Had to have
How the
been.
hell?
I
It's very
I
like
just
the ghetto.
can't understand why she wasn't able to say no.
Yeah.
Like Gail is like, do they have were they blackmailing her? Like, does
Maybe.
Jeff Bezos know something?
They needed the DEI of it all. Maybe.
It was so funny that on CBS the
Mm.
whole morning, it was Gail goes to space. That was like the chyron for every single moment of this. I was like, oh my goodness, you really are playing in her face. If she gets top billing on this, like, don't associate me with that.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Okay, to take us out, we have to ask, honestly, because Sydnee, you told that perfect story at Hunter's reading, but we're curious, what do you think the messiest piece of celebrity lore is?
This is tough.
You know what I'm gonna say. It's that woman that you were telling us about who ran over someone with her car in the Hamptons.
Oh yeah,
We return to that often.
Yes, I think we return to it often. Yes,
Lizzie
yes.
Grubman. Yeah, that's that. Hey, she made sure education was first with me. So you know what? She's always a queen in my book.
Period.
I'm like, did she even hit those people? I don't know. I wasn't there. She's my Luigi Mangione, actually.
Okay, so for those of us who are not as familiar, though, what happened exactly?
Well, she was in the Hamptons, Liddy boots, kitty boots down in her Range Rover, hit everybody coming out of the club, called the cops and people white trash. Her dad is a big time entertainment lawyer. Obviously she got out of it. And then I was an intern at her PR company. And, I flunked out one season of college, and I had to pay this amount of money to get back in because my family didn't have it, and she paid. So,
Oh,
wow. Queen.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't do it.
she gave back.
She didn't
No,
do it.
She gave back to the
Lizzie Grubman,
community.
innocent.
Free Lizzie.
actually.
Free Lizzie.
Yes,
Free
yes,
Lizzie.
yes.
Thank you.
And Marie, what do you think is your favorite piece of celebrity mess lore?
Favorite piece of celebrity mess lore. I don't know. Something maybe Kardashian related. I think is maybe mess. The fact that maybe Ray J was a bigger star at the time, and now nobody even knows how to spell Ray J. And he's turned that family into a bunch of billionaires.
And that's Trump's
pretty
Department of
messy.
Education. No one can spell Ray J.
Yeah.
Because One Wish went platinum in my house.
Oh yeah. If
Great
I
song.
had one wish.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean,
No, Mike was
Brandy's
on.
brother.
Wow.
He was Brandy's.
He was
Brandy's
Brandy's brother.
for
Moesha.
so
Yeah.
long.
Mhm.
I'm like about to choke. That is so funny. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, mess ladies, thank you for joining us.
Thank you
and
so much.
where can people find you and your show?
Oh, girl, everywhere you find podcasts, you can find mess. Everywhere you find mess, you can find podcasts.
Yes, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, et cetera,
Yeah.
and then catch us on Instagram. Ooh mess, or is it O mess?
Ooh.
It's ooh mess.
It's OOH mess.
Heard.
Yes.
Ooh mess. Yes,
Thank you,
that's
guys.
right.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Thanks for having us.
So this week, Bon Iver, Justin Vernon, if you will, government name, released a new album. Yeah, it's been a minute, called Sable Fable. And I'm going to say something that's about to piss Hunter off. Ooh, I'm so excited. I listened to this album and you know what I said? You know what I said? I said, Bon Iver did the artist's way. And I know he did too. I said, oh, he's cracked open.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
You did
yeah.
piss me off. You did.
Thank God. But we got a little sneak peek. to the
Yes,
album.
yeah. So a couple weeks ago, we went to the USM Holler store. There's like a listening room in the back, which is so beautiful. And it was like such a perfect, like small album listening thing.
Yeah.
Where we got to hear the album on like these amazing speakers. And it also like started to snow as we
Yeah.
were listening, which was, I will say, pretty emotional. We were both fresh off of breakups. So
and
it
like
was
Hunter saying that. Okay. So
I was really in my feelings.
Mhm.
And it's funny, I feel like with Bon Iver and like, I don't know who else. It's like, oh, I listened to this music when I was in high school and I'm like still listening to it now and it's still
Yeah.
like interesting. I will say I had to call our friend Haley to the red table because she was like, Bon Iver, you mean like Skinny Love Bon Iver? Like you were listening to that? I was like, girl, yes, come into 2025.
yeah, welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah. No, I'll be pressing play on every Bon Iver album. I don't give a fuck. And I specifically came to that listening hot off of my first Reiki healing session.
No, you were looking different. You were moving different. You're looking different.
It was that part of the breakup, that chapter, where you book a Reiki session because you're shaking. And then you chase that with a Bon Iver listening. And woo.
Things were raw.
Yeah.
Things were raw.
No, I threw out the artist way. I said, that's all I needed to do, actually.
And then you told me about doing Reiki, how it like really changed your day, whatever. I went to the same woman a day later and did Reiki. And
if I can convince Hunter to do Reiki, that tells you one. Okay, so we're doing a wellness check.
Well,
in the best way, actually.
Yeah, that's how bad things were.
And also I'm like, oh my God, I can do anything.
Yes, I did Reiki with the same woman. And the first thing she said when she got done, because I fell asleep for a little bit of it, obviously, I love a nap. She was like, well, you're very guarded. I was like, oh, totally. I was like, that's how I know it's not like bull crap. It must be real. That was the first thing she got from me. And then, of course, I feel like something was like misaligned in the universe because I got a call from my mom right as I walked out, because she would not have been supportive of me doing Reiki.
Oh, no.
I didn't tell her. I was like, oh, yeah. She's like, what's going on with you? I was like, I'm good.
And you? Yeah. Great. If you haven't listened yet, do Reiki right before or do Reiki right after.
Yes, but I love this album, and I think it was just so like, okay, let me talk favorite songs.
Yeah.
Day One, Walk Home, Everything is Peaceful, and If Only I Could Wait. With the even listening, I was like, before I knew like any of the features, whatever, I was like, oh, that's the voice of Danielle Haim.
Oh, yeah. You know your
my
sisters.
girl.
Yeah,
I know. I know my girl. But I love this album. I was like, wow, this is like so hopeful, but also moody, but also like I don't. Maybe it is the artist way. Maybe it's calling to me like the Green Goblin mask.
I've convinced now 6 people and counting. Sarah Hoggy is my latest victim, if you will. So you're welcome to the big artist way.
There's something so springy about this album. It feels like renewal,
such a good,
rebirth.
Absolutely couldn't agree more. It feels like breathing. It feels like walking. It's a great album to like bike or walk to. It like feels like such a release, and it feels like really cathartic to listen to.
Yeah.
The song those are all my faves as well, but I also really love Short Story.
Yeah.
January Ain't the Whole World is like, let me tell you about my January.
Oof.
I won't actually, that's private. But it was like, this is like, it just felt like such a big release. And like so many of the songs and the lyrics like speak to what I believe he seems to be going through, which is like forgiveness and like thinking about where he is in his life and in the world now, and like allowing himself like forgiveness.
Yeah. A lot of this album feels like almost like settling your own like self-disappointment in a way, like understanding like I'm not where I thought I would be, but I'm somewhere different and almost greater.
Yeah.
That seems to be a big theme of this album. I wish I could breathe through my nose as we're talking about this. We're talking about fresh breath, new start, all of this. And I'm
just like, I have allergies. Spring in many ways.
Spring is springing. Yeah. Anyway, I love that there are so many like collabs as part of this rollout.
Yeah.
But the biggest collab is that Bon Iver has this little beanie on and he's hot now. Justin Vernon.
I always thought he was hot. Well, that's not true. That's a lie.
Yeah.
But
when the hat comes on, I'm like, I see a little something.
No, I'm watching this press tour a little closer. I'm like, okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. He is hot.
He is so in your like Q zone of men that you like. I love it. Yeah. That's so your type.
Thank you. Thank you so much, actually. Yeah. This album is something that's like, it's perfectly primed for someone like me. Artist Way, Heart Open, Libra Moon, of course. But then it's serious when on Hunter's close friend story, Bon Iver is blasting in the background. I said, yeah, my sister's going through it. Yeah.
Wait,
there's some healing that needs to happen.
I don't even know what, like, it probably has happened. There's so many such cases. There are many such cases. I don't even know what you're referring to.
You weren't even talking about that. You were just talking about something. And then it was going off in the background. So I was like, oh, she's not even... It's just, this is now her conscience.
No, I fuck with this album heavy.
Yeah,
it has been, it will be on my Spotify Wrapped. Like, but even like pre-Spotify Wrapped, when we had like the stream, I was listening to it so much.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah, it is my emotional support Bon Iver album.
Press play. Everything really like is peaceful love. You should press play right now.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that's it for this week. As usual, we are 2 online, so you don't have to be.
I have to stop passing a hospital and think, put me in, coach. I know what I'm doing.
Hunter like trips on purpose. Anyone? Dr. Robby? Dr. Abbot? And I have to stop watching Bon Iver press tours thinking, put me in, coach.
One thing about Mary J. Blige, Ugh, what a night. What a night I will never forget. A night I will always remember. That's my sister for real. Listening to Mary J. Blige on the way to school to now, once in a generation talent. I love her.
Let me